as well will be based off of a look into your financial future. So I do think this will definitely be helpful, especially with the new era coming in from the, new year. Obviously, we can make, little digs about when the new year actually is, but I personally celebrate anytime there is any time for, freshness, new energy, new air. I'm always up for that. So it gives you, the ability to have a fresh restart and things of that nature. So like I said, I'm always up for anything that gives, that energy. So I will do some shuffling. I will also do some reading from the book. I don't know why I waited, but the book is here. So let's do some shuffling. This is a peaceful and abundant space right now. So let's focus on something so many of us dream about. And that is a bright, flourishing financial future. So take a deep breath in, exhale, and allow your body to relax, your shoulders to soften, and your mind to open. So money is often seen as a source of stress, but tonight or today, whenever you're watching, let's reframe that energy. And I do feel like this is something that you can revisit. Since this is ASMR, reprogramming and shifting your mindset, this could be helpful to, visit over a long period of time to help reshape the mindset. To reframe that energy. Money is just not numbers in a bank account, but it is a symbol of energy, opportunity, and freedom. It's a tool that can bring comfort, support your dreams, and create a positive impact on the world around you. So let's shuffle. Your financial future is nothing to worry about or stress about or have fear related daydreams. It's something to be excited about. And when you approach your money with gratitude, curiosity, and trust, you invite abundance to flow to you effortlessly. So let's set an intention together. The intention is, I am open to receiving financial abundance. My future is filled with prosperity, stability, and ease. I am open to receiving financial abundance. My future is filled with prosperity, stability, and ease. So I'd like to guide you through a tarot spread that offers a glimpse into your financial future. A roadmap of the potential opportunities, the guidance, and positive energy that is waiting ahead for you. So let's get into the cards. Remember to like the video and subscribe, everything of that nature. So the first card we have flipped out was the Wheel of Fortune. This is the current energy. So when the first card is the current energy, is asking what energy is surrounding your finances right now. This card is setting the stage and just showing like where your current energy stands. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely a card of opportunity and trusting. It's like that energy of, knowing that there's something here good for you. So we will look at the Wheel of Fortune. I just want to see, more information of what the book gives you. So the keys to this card is cycles. Everything in cycles, everything in cycles. Transformation, transition, change, new beginnings, life lessons, karma, and patterns. So your current energy is of, being deep in thought about the patterns, and it could be some overthinking, just making sure that you have control over your thoughts. But it is a time like asking yourself, what have you learned from the choices that you've made? What patterns it seems to be repeating with money or anything in your life? And is there a greater lesson that's being presented to you? All of things are so important because the Wheel of Energy, the Wheel of Fortune is a card about your energy. So it's all a cycle. Just like you have the upside, which the card is in the up and not the reverse. So just like you have the upside, you also have the downside of the wheel. So just as the season changes in an eternal cycle of energy, so does the path of your life. And understanding the Wheel of Fortune results in a state of acceptance of the highs and the lows that you may face. And with this comes a greater awareness of fate or potential opportunity. Depending on how you look at it, it encourages you to identify with the underlying patterns that repeatedly emerge over time. It's encouraging you to look at the habits, and you can eventually learn to break any karmic lessons and cycles that persist throughout your lifetimes and experience. So it's a greater message that has to do with how you choose to react and respond to any circumstances. So transforming energy, even if you find yourself on the down cycle of energy and on the down cycle of this life, or not life, but just on a part of your path, if you're on a downbeat, finding a way to put yourself on the upside of that energy. The pendulum always swings. I like to think of that as a reference, just because there is an energy of, yes, hard things have to be done, everything of that nature, but you realize that you can influence anything. There may be like negative external forces trying to influence your situation, but have you thinking on this and, making that turn of events is something that the Wheel of Fortune allows you to see that you have power over. Like, you're not just some powerless person, powerless being that you don't have any control. You have the energy, enough energy to swing it back in your favor, back in your direction. So if you are, in that energy, there is definitely a lot of things that you can do, like I said, to swing that energy back. So let's get into card number 2, which is the opportunity ahead. Let's see what financial opportunity is coming your way. This can just highlight any areas of growth or exciting, opportunities that can come to you. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is definitely a time of, abundant opportunities, of, taking a lot of energy, that energy of abundance, and feeling very, I would say, optimistic about where your life is about to head, just because of the fact that there is a lot of, with this card, is prosperity and stability, different possessions. So if there are, if you've been living like minimalist, I'm not saying that you're getting a whole bunch of stuff, but the things that you get will be ones of quality, like quality possessions. You don't just want any car, you want a car that is going to be very, helpful and able to run for a long time. So you're not just getting any old possession, you're getting something of quality, of something that can provide you with extra stability and support you. The Ace of Pentacles is also a lot about new opportunities and new ventures, and there being a lot of fertility in those things. So like this garden that is on the card, literally you can see that, and you can also see that it's something very plush, very fertile, and it's being very kept up. And like a garden, you're tending to your garden, and that is bringing you new abundance, new prosperity, and all of the things that you find very important, important, important. So right now you are, with this Ace of Pentacles, receiving a lot of rewards and benefits. That is the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is one that signifies new and prosperous beginnings, and that has the potential to grow into any long-term success. So you may be getting things in seed form right now, something that will be so, like I mentioned with the garden, something that will be so extremely helpful to you as you move throughout. And it's not something that just is a one-time reward. It's something that provides continuous fruits to you. So that's what you're looking forward to. If you're contemplating some kind of business venture or investment, now may be a good time to set things in motion. The energy of this card speaks of planning and strategizing, laying out the blueprint for the foreseeable future, and knowing that the outcome will be fruitful, like I mentioned, and very positive. So from this state of understanding comes your ability to identify whatever opportunities as they arise. The Wheel of Fortune is like turning in your favor. So it's about looking at the opportunities that you're getting to take part in, and feeling that this card is about the trust of those opportunities to bring you prosperity, and using your intuition and using those choices that support your spiritual growth and your financial growth. You can understand and prioritize what is truly important, and you are able to rally all of the resources that you will need along this way that you're going. So this card is pointing to things other than finances as well. It also can be, like I said, just seed form of great relationships, everything of that nature. So remember the power of positive visualization in these times as well, combined with gratitude and things of that nature. It can only attract more abundance into your life. So staying on that upswing, let's get card number 3, which is the action step. Like, what positive actions can you take to align with this financial success? So we have the King of Cups. Let me see. Because I know the King of Cups is definitely one of the authority figure that definitely has its head on a swivel, very calculated about, all of the moves that it is making. So the King of Cups is definitely the one to watch when it comes to, even your business. Not only is it's one of the best, because not only are you very business focused, but it's still that energy of nurturing and, not allowing your emotional side or your psychic side, whatever, your spiritual side, to go to waste. So the King of Cups keys are nurturing, emotional, psychic, wise, strong, sensitive, diplomatic, generous, and stable. So when you look at the King of Cups, it's definitely points you to your emotions and intuitive strengths and how they have the power to change or influence our lives. It denotes an ability to balance creative and artistic expression with knowledge and wisdom, and speaks of the connection between your inner voice and your higher self. So, this is definitely a card of, you know, understanding yourself, and this is one of the most sensitive and psychic kings in the deck, which, like I said, is ruled by the head and the heart, which makes it a leader. So what you need to do is take initiative in leading yourself. It could be, like I said, you may not be a person of like on a team. You could just be leading yourself, and this card just speaks about your connection with your inner voice and your higher self. So leading or allowing yourself to be led by your higher self, and really letting that be your action step, like asking yourself, asking your higher self, like, what is the next step that you need to take, and maybe doing some automatic writing for the answers that you receive, or dreams that you receive, things of that nature, that is, or things that you see, synchronicities. Taking note of those things, that is your higher self communicating to you through your life experiences what you should be doing next. So even though the King of Cups is a natural leader, you exude in this like a sense of diplomacy and awareness that seems to illustrate your control over your emotions. And also, but underneath, you can be highly sensitive. So being highly sensitive to the positive things, like I said, if you're asking your higher spirit a question, you have to be very highly sensitive to be able to connect the dots and get those answers, because it's not just like me and you having a conversation where you can ask me something and I can answer. It is a conversation with yourself, and you will use the different things that matter to you in order to send yourself messages. I know that makes sense, but it sounds like convoluted. But it's just like a fun game of like hide and seek, basically, of you trying to find out and figure out the answers that you would give yourself. But like I said, you have to be very highly aware and sensitive to your surroundings, so which is a good thing as well. Let's get the last card for the outcome, and let's see, what does your financial future look like if you follow the path of following your high moments. Also, taking advantage of opportunities in seed forms is very important. Not every opportunity is going to look like an amazing, just big outcome in the beginning. There are many things in life that require you to, handle something with care in order to receive a long-term benefit. And if you're very sensitive to your emotions and the emotions of the planet, the people, customers, anything like that, that can help you along the way, because people are looking for that care, that attentiveness. There's something different and special about giving that care to products. That's what people are shifting towards right now. In anything that you do, adding your own love and your care to it. People are looking desperately for that right now, because everything feels so dry. Everything feels just so calculated and cold. So adding you caring is what's going to bring you financial abundance in whatever you do. The care that you put into something will bring you so much plenty. So this is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is definitely a card of, this is an amazing financial abundance rating. Like, seriously, these are the cards that you definitely want to see. So this is where you end up after all of her like attention to detail. I feel like on the Nine of Pentacles, there's nothing that has like gone to waste with this garden that has been flourishing. And also, even she's like paying attention to the birds. Like, that's the type of energy for, or really people invest into. So when people can see how much you care about something, they will invest into you because of what you do. So like I said, the Nine of Pentacles has been very good to, tending that garden that the Ace of Pentacles introduces you to. The Ace of Pentacles is like your doorway into new opportunities. As you can see, the doorway, the little garden doorway where you can walk into with this yellow path right here. And yellow is also, a color for that is on all of these cards. But it's the yellow path that like leads you back to the more fertile side of where the Nine of Pentacles is. So Nine of Pentacles is about retreat, stability. Again, that came up through the reading of, Ace of Pentacles 2 being stable, sensuality, comfort, accomplishment, spiritual growth, and refinement. So all of this is coming up. You even see spiritual growth coming again because of the King of Cups. It mentioned, about the spiritual growth and the higher self leading and guiding you. So your financial abundance comes through not doing what the world says will be like a good career. Like when you're younger in high school, people will tell you, oh, you should go into this career, you should get this degree because you can get these jobs and blah, 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 blah. That is not what you're doing now. What you're really taking a revolutionary stance on being your own person and allowing yourself to figure out what's best for you. And like I said, allowing that to be your stability, allowing that to be what you see. And like the representation, this card represents the culmination of all of your efforts and hard work. So your outcome will definitely show how much you put effort into something, and all of the training or whatever you did to get to where you are, or just even if it's not training in a formal way, it's just all of these spiritual trainings that you had to, the lessons that you had to, get through in order to have a better and higher understanding and meaning for your life is very necessary. So at this point, the outcome. You have gained a great deal of insight and knowledge along your journey, which has led to your current heightened sense of awareness. And this is where you reach a spiritual satisfaction. And this card, not just having a job that just makes money, but you feel a real satisfaction of life. And this card speaks as one of those grand moments that stand out in life, which you can recall with like clarity and nostalgia, even when you are older. And whatever the case may be, you are always going to look back at this outcome of these moments of you taking initiative, on your life's circumstances, turning it around for the better, gaining the opportunities that you've always wanted, and cultivating these seeds and continuously caring for them so that they can grow up and be something prosperous for you. And like I said, with the King of Cups, that is a nurturing. So it's not just about the work, but it's about nurturing the seeds, nurturing yourself, and still having that spiritual connection to your higher self. And you also, like I said, the outcome is looking up for you just because of that Nine of Pentacles. It is that card of like perhaps you are wanting to spend more time in nature or doing the things that you love, or more of a spiritual routine and learning and all of that. At this Nine of Pentacles space, you are aware of the greater scope of your life, and you're able to not only just get the financial side, but understanding the spiritual alignment of it all. And that is that's when you are able to really understand and enjoy life's simple pleasures. So you'll really be in that energy of spiritual understanding and being very grateful that you were able to pay attention to it. So let's get some clarifiers for these. I'm going to shuffle one time and get some clarifiers. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. So I like the theme of the garden aspect with your financial future. Your financial future is a garden, and every thought, intention, and action you take is a seed planted in soil, fertile soil. So the cards that we have here today is like the sunlight, the rain, the nourishing seeds, and this is the growth and the abundance that you see at the end of the process. So there's a lot that comes into, tilling an amazing garden that gives you abundance, lifelong abundance. The Page of Wands. So this is one of going on a new journey, having different aspects of this. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune is like this journey that you're going on. It takes a lot of, creativity, being open, listening to your higher self, and things of that nature. Is more of a spiritual journey, an awakening that happens when you're ready to, be more serious about whatever is taking place in your life, financial opportunities that are coming about. You're paying a lot of attention to these endeavors and are ready to walk on this path with this Page of Pentacles. That is one of exploration and doing what is necessary. So let's do the Ace of Pentacles. And when we look at the Ace of Pentacles, we remember abundance isn't just about numbers. It's about how money makes you feel, the secureness, the stability that we talked about, free, joyful, generous, and you deserve to feel all of those things. So that's what the Ace of Pentacles brings to you. We have another page, a Page of Swords. So it's like a lot of page energy. I really want to go and look at just some energy of the book of what the pages bring to you, because the page is, like I mentioned with the other page here, is that these are ones of exploration and being in that energy of getting stuff done, doing it by yourself if necessary, going on a journey solo, and not being afraid. So where you have the Page of Wands, that is like more exploration and everything of that nature. The Page of Swords is about being enthusiastic, being very knowledgeable, logical, and passionate. The Page of Swords is an air sign, so there is a lot of mental energy that comes from this card, and it gives you a renewed sense of vitality and energy that is up on the horizon. So you can see that there's a lot of like wind on the card, obviously sweeping in. Also, you have that same energy with the Ace of Pentacles. Like, it reminds me of like a amazing breeze that is just, sweeping out and, bringing in like new air. Imagine if you're sitting in like a stuffy room and you open up a window. That's new energy, new air. So now is the time to move forward with your plans, regardless of the thoughts or views of anybody around you. The Page of Swords is, like I said, very enthusiastic. So it represents the beginning phase or initial steps of a venture or project. So do not be afraid to leap into the unknown. You're going on this new journey, and like I said, there may not be a lot of textbook information out there for you or a lot of advisors. You are your biggest advisor. You're on a more spiritual path than other people, which is, I think more people should be on this path, but everybody is, more focused on what the outside world has to offer and not so much about what their inner self may be saying. So I think you're taking that initiative to be like, I have learned a lot over the years. I trust myself with what I've learned. That page of source energy, and now with the page of wands energy, it's like I'm going to make that journey. I am going to trust myself along this journey, and I'm not going to get stopped up. So let's look at the King of Cups. The King of Cups, we're going to get a clarifier. Like every page is coming out. That is like pretty unprecedented. But I will look the page of cups with the King of Cups. Every page is coming out, so that is definitely like the energy of new exploration, things of that nature. The page of cups is all about being imaginative, being youthful, being free. So on this journey, keeping a sense of, adventure, and using that sensitivity that I said that comes with the cups. So the cups is all about being in tune with your emotions and being sensitive to those things. So your inspiration and your intuition, allowing that to guide you. This is a time to check in with your spiritual voice. Like I said, you know, that side of you is going to be your ultimate thing that gets you ahead of the competition. Like in this Nine of Pentacles energy, everyone has, a book about, how to be successful in this area or in real estate and anything that you're doing. There's always like a textbook way of going about it. But the thing that can put you ahead of all of your competition is using the spiritual side of yourself and not going at everything with just a completely logical mindset. The King of Cups is logical, but it also is very sensitive. So it's using like both sides of your brain to make logical decisions that will, have some helping nature into the things that you're doing, but also realizing that there is more to you than just your logical brain. There's your heart, there's your imagination, there's your creativity, and that's where your money truly lies at. It's not just about being very astute and making very smart business decisions. That has its place, but it's not the only place. So trust your intuition and your feelings and know that you're on the right path. This is the beginning of a phase of a new adventure, a project, any idea. So you're taking time right now to work through your creative processes, and they will guide you more than you know. That's how you truly get to this Nine of Pentacles energy. So let's get one clarifier for the Nine of Pentacles right now. So the card that came out is the Chariot. The Chariot is one that symbolizes a lot of movement. There will be a lot of swift movement when you start to trust yourself, when you start to understand, the give and take of money and the flow of money and the abundance that is there for you. When you take that into account, and like I said, you're also logical and practical with that King of Cups, but you're also, like I said, very spiritual in your nature with the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles is very sensitive. That Page of Cups as well is also about being very sensitive to that unseen side of you. Like I said, you can strategize and plan all day long until you're blue in the face, but what really matters is what you're able to, believe spiritually for yourself, about yourself, and having that energy of not only just taking initiative and, being very logical about what you're going to do, but, being very spiritual about how things will work out for you. That Nine of Pentacles energy is an energy of fruition, things coming for you and being sure that it will happen. And you have that along your journey with the Ace of Pentacles that is showing you that there is something to be hopeful about. There's gems along your path that you can get to if you keep that energy of being very playful, being very knowledgeable, being willing to learn, willing to grow, willing to go on this journey, being sensitive to every side of yourself. There is a lot of movement with that Chariot card that will happen once you start to pay attention to the fact that there's two sides of yourself, and that's like this. How could you adequately do something if you tied one arm behind your back? So you unleashing the spiritual side of you is like untying that arm. It's like being in a boxing match. You're able to fight with two arms, which is extremely more helpful. You're able to block certain things. All of that comes with unleashing that spiritual side of you and not being, timid about it. Everyone has their own spiritual side, and it's not about being in some sort of religion or anything like that. It's just acknowledging that there is something there, a part of you that you have to take the time to know better. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I will tap on the deck, but I feel like know this, you should know this. I want to thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for, looking into the reading in this moment, caring about your financial well-being, and, trusting me and trusting in the energy of abundance. Know this as well. The universe wants you to thrive. Money wants to flow to you. Opportunities want to find you. All you have to do is remain open, grateful, and ready to receive. So let's take one more deep breath in and exhale slowly. When you leave this space, carry this intention with you. My financial future is bright. I am worthy of abundance, and I trust in the flow of prosperity. Thank you for sharing this sacred moment with me tonight. May abundance flow to you effortlessly, and may your financial future be as radiant and as beautiful as your soul is. Good night, my abundant souls, or if your day is about to begin.